Hi, my name is Kate Erricker. I am the Group Head of Education Research and Global Partnerships for Nord Anglia Education, and I'm here today talking to Mason Kim about the work that we've been doing in our education research and why that's important for students, families, and teachers at Dalian.
To begin with our first question, I would ask, what opportunity do you see for DAIS and Huami students to deepen their engagement with Nord Anglia's global research on metacognition, and which student skills will matter most for the future?
Okay, thank you, Mason, and it's a delight to be here in Dalian. It's my first time, and I'm really pleased to be here with you today. So if I start by saying what metacognition is, because it's a complex concept. So metacognition is about understanding how you think. Now, this is really important for students. And the reason it's important for students is because understanding how you think and how you learn is the thing that makes the difference to how successful you are in school, and also how successful you are when you finish school and you go into university or you get a job. So to explain what it is, part of it is being self-aware. Do I know what I'm good at? And crucially, do I know where I need to work harder? The second bit is understanding what I need to do to get better. Now, the reason that this matters for students here is because these skills don't just apply when you're learning things like maths or science. They also apply to those skills that are harder to measure. So things like your curiosity, your motivation, your emotional intelligence, your leadership skills. So we've been working with Boston College and Project Zero at the Harvard Graduate School of Education on something called thinking routines. Now, these are sets of questions, activities that teachers can use in lessons that focus on those skills: curiosity, critical thinking, creativity. And students can use them to develop those patterns of thinking that help them to get better at these skills. And we know that that's what employers want.
Thank you for your answer. I think nowadays we have lots of AI technology. Then can you define us, what is the relationship between AI and metacognition?
That's such a great question, Mason, because this is something we've been thinking really hard about. So the way that we're thinking about it is we have artificial intelligence. Now, the scary thing for us at the moment is that artificial intelligence can do a lot of the things that we thought humans could do, that only humans could do. We've been thinking about what are the human skills that AI can't replace. So some of those are things like curiosity. Some of them are things like having a passion or an interest. Some of them are having the resilience to keep going even when you experience setbacks. But I think one of the biggest things is knowing why you're doing something, having a sense of purpose. And so those skills are the things that we're really keen to develop. We're keen to develop the academics as well. We'll always need those, but alongside that, how we develop those human skills, that's the thing that's going to be really important.
Then what do you see on the leadership action are essential for building a culture where deep thinking thrives? And what advice would you offer to our DAIS and Huami students as they advance in future and as they go to the college?
Yeah, so having a culture where thinking thrives is about depth and consistency. It's not something that you do once, it's something that you do every single day. So it lives in all of the different subjects, whether that's art or maths. You're thinking deeply in all of them. You know, you're thinking like an artist, you're thinking like a mathematician. And what I would say to students as they go on to university is to remember that you're the person in charge. You're the person in charge of your own thinking. You always have the opportunity to reflect on, what do I know? What don't I understand? And what do I need to do next? And if you're in charge of that, then you're in charge of your own success.